Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so my name is Rick, and today I'll be reading a news article with you. And it's Thursday today. I don't know how you are doing. I hope you're all doing well. You are full of energy and enthusiasm, for your English learning journey. So today I'll be reading an article which is about the war in Ukraine. So I think we all know the war has been going on for a little while already. It's actually lasted more than a year. And unfortunately, it's still going on. And it is very sad because, as you know, every day when we're at war, so lives will be lost. And I know that there are lots of casualties, lots of fatalities, in Ukraine. And I feel sorry for people, suffering as a result. And I hope that, they'll be okay. Yeah, so what we do today is this: we're going to look at a news article. So and after that, so we'll be looking at some vocabulary. So we'll look at some words from the article, and I think those words are very worth learning, as they are very useful. They are really helpful in terms of helping you to understand the context of war. Okay, without further ado, we're gonna get cracking. Okay, so let's go to the news article. So news article today. Okay, so this is the one that I've chosen to read with you. As you know, one of the things that you need to do as a student is to read as much as possible if you want to do well in your exam or in your in your life. You just need to read a lot, try to expose yourself as much as possible to the English language. Okay, so let's crack on with this article. So this one, so title, so Ukraine PM invites Pope to visit, seeks help repatriating deported children. Okay, so this is a very interesting article, and I want to read with you. So here it comes. So some of the names are a little bit difficult to pronounce, so please forgive me if I don't pronounce them right. Okay, but I think what's more important is the context, and also how much you understand this news article. All right, so don't be so nitpicky about some of the names. Okay, so forgive me. So don't give me a hard time if I don't pronounce all these names. All right. Okay, try to be just go easy on me. Alright, so let's get started. So Ukraine's Prime Minister said on Thursday he had invited Pope Francis to visit Ukraine and asked for help in repatriating thousands of children taken to Russia or Russian-occupied land since Moscow's invasion. Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal told a news conference in Rome that he had held talks at the Vatican and discussed Kiev's peace formula to end Russia's 40-month war in Ukraine. I asked His Holiness for help in returning home Ukrainian children who are being held, arrested, deported to Russia in criminal way, he said. Kiev estimates nearly 19,500 children have been taken to Russia or Russian-occupied Crimea since Moscow invaded in February last year in what it condemns as illegal deportations. Moscow, which controls a large part of Ukraine's east and south, denies abducting children and says they have been transported away for their own safety. We discussed the Ukrainian peace formula and a potential path and assistance from His Holiness and the Vatican to achieve all the steps of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's peace formula, Shmyhal said. So Pope Francis, 86, has said previously that he wants to visit Kiev, but also Moscow on a peace mission. Tens of thousands have been killed, millions uprooted, and whole cities have been flattened during the war in Ukraine. Russia has been conducting a major offensive in the east of Ukraine for months, but has failed to make major territorial advances. Ukraine plans to launch a counter-offensive in the upcoming weeks or months. Kiev wants all its territory back. Chinese President Xi Jinping, who has close relations with Russian President Vladimir Putin, spoke by phone with Zelensky on Wednesday. Sherman told reporters the phone call had been very productive and could prove a very positive beginning for future relations. Alright, so I hope you managed to read the whole article with me. So basically, this article is just about releasing some children, okay, that have been taken by Russia. But of course, the Russia, is saying that these children are just taken away for their own safety, okay. And there seems to be some very constructive, peace talks as well. Okay, so a lot of presidents, have been involved, like the Chinese presidents, the Ukrainian presidents, and the Russian presidents, as well. They've all been in some sort of very good discussions, over how to end this war, and it seems to be very, instrumental in bringing an end to this war sooner or later. Okay, but of course, I'm not going to go into politics here. This is not the purpose of this channel. So I'm here to teach you English, and I hope, through an article like this, you get to learn some words, and hopefully these words, help you in your writing as well as your comprehensions as well. Okay, because I want you to do well in your exam. Now, without further ado, I'm going to switch to my word processor, and I've got some words put down already, and these are the words that I would like to go over in detail with you. Okay, so first one is repatriate. Okay, repatriate. So it's a verb, so you can use it as a noun. So the noun is repatriations. Okay, repatriations. So basically, repatriate or repatriate. So you send someone back to their own country. Okay, so there are other two words that I would like to go over as well, because they are very similar to the word repatriate. However, we don't use them the same way. Okay, they are very, very similar, but depending on the context and what you talk about, so you need to use different words. Okay, another word is deport, and last one is the word extradite. Okay, you need to be careful with these words because they are very similar in so many ways. Okay, so first one is repatriate. So let's look at the example. 2 people die in a serious traffic accident in Bangkok. Their bodies will be repatriated to Hong Kong. Okay, basically they die in a foreign country, and their bodies need to be sent back to the country or the city, so that the funeral can be held. Okay. And next one is actually deport, and you can use it as a noun, deportation. Okay, so deport is normally when you do something illegal, when you break the law, so you'll be deported, from the country. Okay, so I got the example here. If foreigners get on the wrong side of the law in Hong Kong, they will be deported. Okay, so that means they'll be just turfed out, they'll be removed from this city, they're not welcome anymore. Okay, oh, by the way, I just thought of another 2 words that are very, very good actually, so I'm going to put it here as well. So one is banish, or ban, or bar. Okay, these are the words, or even another synonym, refuse entry. So these are very good synonyms you can use. Okay, to sort of mean that someone is not allowed, someone is prevented from entering the city. So once someone has been deported, apparently they are banished, they are banned from entering the city, again in the future. Okay, they'll be barred from coming to this city as a result of what they did, before. Okay, they are refused entry, they denied, visa, so they won't be able to come in anymore. Okay, these are very, very good words. All right, so last one here is extradite. Okay, extradite. So normally, when someone has been, let's say, found guilty of a crime in another country, but he managed to, let's say, flee. He went to another country, and now he's arrested. So maybe this person, or I shouldn't say maybe, this person should be, sent back to where the crime was committed for trials. Okay, so this is the time where you use the word extradite. Okay, very specialized word you can use. Okay, have a look at the example here. A man violated the law in Japan and managed to escape. He has been arrested in Hong Kong. There are talks of having him extradited to Japan for trials. Apparently, this person committed a crime in Japan, but well, he just fled the country. Now, so this guy is back to Hong Kong, and he's now arrested. Okay, but the thing is, he didn't commit the crime in here. Okay, he's just arrested. So he is supposed, or he should be, sent back to Japan where the crime was originally committed, so that he could be tried. All right, so this is basically what it means. All right, extradite. Okay, and the noun is extradition. Extradition. All right, so here are some examples. Not examples, actually. It's a little exercise, hopefully. So this just sort of illustrates or elaborates more on the use of these words, okay? Because these words are kind of specialized, okay? So you may need to change the part of speech, all right? These are all verbs, apparently. You may want to change it to noun, all right, as you see fit in some of these sentences. All right, let's have a look. John fled from England after committing a very serious crime. He got arrested in Japan, and the Japanese police is looking into the possibility of... So, do you know which word? Any idea? Okay, so apparently he committed a crime. He broke the law, so he should be sent back for trial. Okay, so we use the word extradite. Okay, extradite. Okay, so I'm going to put it here, extradite. So the police is looking into the possibility of extraditing him to the UK for trials. Okay, so we need to put ing at the end. So next one, the of this man results from the violations of his visa conditions. Apparently, this man has violated, okay, or broke the visa conditions, so he's no longer welcome. So this guy should be deported, but here we need to use a noun, okay? Deportations. Last one, his wife wants his husband's body to be sent back to Hong Kong, where he was born for burial. However, arranging the of the body is an uphill battle. So do you know which one we should use? So arranging the repatriations, okay? Repatriation of the body. So it's a bit of an uphill battle, okay? That means very difficult. Uphill battle is a very good idiom which you can use. So it means it's very difficult. It's a bit of a tall order. It's a bit of a challenge, okay? It's definitely not easy. Okay, moving on. All right, next word. So just now you saw the word condemned. Okay, so condemn is a verb. Okay, so a lot of students asked me this before. I don't know if you ever come across this question or this misunderstanding. All right, so what's the difference between condemn and condone? Okay, they're very similar in so many ways, especially the way they sound and the way they use as well. Okay, but in fact they are very different in terms of the meaning. So condemn means criticize, condone means forgive. Okay, condemn here you can see. So I got some synonyms here. We got the word abhor, we got the word detest. Okay, detest. All right, so and also another one which is also very good. So frown upon. Okay, something is definitely frowned upon. That means it's not very well approved of. Okay, so strongly disapprove of something. So it means condemn. Lots of synonyms you can use. Condone means forgive. Okay, so usually condone, we use it in a negative sense. Okay, like for example, we cannot condone violence. Okay, we never ever condone violence. All right, in our society, we're very civilized. Okay, so we deal with matters in a very civilized manner. We should never ever take matters into our own hands. We should not take the law into our own hands and punish people in our own ways. Okay, so violence or any illegal means of dealing matters should not be condoned. Okay, all right, so moving on. Okay, so abduct. Okay, so kidnap, so basically it means kidnap. So abduct is a verb. You can use it as a noun, abductions. Okay, so yeah, this is a very interesting word, because sometimes we do use I shouldn't say we use this word metaphorically. So there are some other words that are very similar to the word kidnap. Okay, and we use them metaphorically. So for example, so I don't want to be a slave to fashions. I don't want to be captive to the mistakes of the past. We should not be held hostage to social norms. Okay, so these words just don't mean that you're being held. Okay, so it means that you're being influenced, you're being restricted by some external conditions or circumstances. Okay, so these are very interesting words, and you can also use these words in your writing as well. Like for example, some people probably don't like to follow fashion trends. They think is basically there's no point in doing it. It's a waste of time and money. So you don't want to be a slave to fashion. So you don't follow fashion trends at all. You wear whatever you feel comfortable. Okay, instead of wearing something that is stylish. Okay, so moving on here, so we have two words that are again very similar in many ways, and also in terms of the usage as well. However, so they are a little bit different. Okay, abduct is normally for people. You can abduct somebody. You can hijack an object. Okay, let's say so a plane has been hijacked. Okay, so a plane has been hijacked and it's not it's deviating from the original flight path. Or someone has been abducted for half a day before he was set free. Okay, someone has been abducted for ransom. Okay, so you need to pay ransom before this person can be released. Okay, abduct basically means kidnap. Okay, so kidnap is basically more for children, you can say. Okay, abduct is more broad, more basically kind of universal. Okay, so you can abduct a child, you can abduct an adult, you can abduct cat, dogs, animals, okay, things like that. Okay, so but kidnap is normally we use it to talk about children, all right, being held captive. Okay, so last two words I would like us to look at is this. So next one is uproot. Okay, uproot versus put down roots. Okay, uproot. So if you use it literally, so it means that you remove the roots of a plant. Okay, so example here, there was a strong typhoon last week and lots of trees have been uprooted. So we can also use this word. In fact, we use this word more often in metaphorical sense than literal sense. So we say we uproot a family. Okay, let's say you just settle in this place very well and you got a new job, you're going to move out of the city, so you're going to uproot your family. Okay, so you're going to lose all your friends, all your friendship is all gone, all right, because you need to move away from this city to another city and you need to settle again. Okay, you need to go through the ordeal of looking for a house, looking for schools for children, things like that. All right, so you uproot your family, which is not good, I suppose. All right, not very good for the family, because yeah, family needs to go through the hassle, all right, of getting familiar with another country and things like that. So he has declined a very well lucrative job. I should say, sorry, there's a little bit of a mistake here, I should say. So lucrative job, all right. I think I was trying to put well-paying job. Okay, but lucrative means well-paying. Because I don't want to uproot my family after settling I don't want to uproot my family after settling in very well. Okay, so you have declined, or someone has declined a lucrative job, so they don't want to uproot the family, especially they are very well settled in the new country. So last one we want to look at today is proof. Okay, so the reason why I want to look at this word is not because I don't think you know the meaning of this word. I'm pretty sure all of you are very familiar with this word. Okay, so the reason is this. So this word is actually a very good linking verb, or we can use it as like a verb to be. Okay, so we have a very interesting pattern. All right, you can have a look at this. Something proves to be difficult, impossible, or helpful. Okay, so we have some other patterns that are very similar, like the word pose. Something poses a threat, or the word presents. So this phenomenon presents us with lots of problems. Okay, so these are very interesting patterns I want you to sort of be aware of, okay, so that you know how to use them, or you will probably hear these patterns very often as well. Okay, let's have a look at some of the examples. So many people try to hold their breath underwater for more than 20 minutes, but no one has ever succeeded yet. Such challenge proves to be impossible. So such challenge is actually impossible. Okay, but we use the word prove. Okay, so this proves to be impossible. The air pollution in Hong Kong is getting worse. This poses a threat to the local. The infrastructure in many underdeveloped countries is insufficient. This presents people with many problems. Okay? Alright, so I hope you enjoy this lesson and you learn a lot of these very useful and a bit challenging, vocabulary, okay, from the news article. And hope this episode helps. And remember, you just need to practice more. It's not enough just reading newspaper. You need to really practice some of the words you learn. Okay, so the best thing you can do is to write some sentences. Feel free to drop me a line, and I would definitely mark your sentences, or even mark your writing. If you want, send me an email. Okay, so I'll see you next time. And we will read more news articles in the future. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.